In this lesson, I want to go over the final type of draft, the step draft. Step draft is fairly rare, but it does exist on some types of parts, and you should know how to use it. So let's start again with another rectangular part. You'll get good at drawing this one. And again, it doesn't matter what size it is, really, just as long as it's proportionately about like this. And again, we're going to draw a parting line on this, but we're going to use a different kind of parting line. Open a sketch on one of the faces and draw a first line that's angled slightly, and then a second line that's angled quite a bit, and then a third line that's just straight. And again, from here, let's go back and use the split line method. Select the faces that go all the way around the model. Again, you don't have to select the top or the bottom. Hit the right mouse button to accept. Okay, so now we've got parting lines that go all the way around. They're kind of crazy on two faces and straight on the other two faces. Let's see what kind of draft we can create from this. There are actually 3 different methods that we're going to use. 2 of these are the split line draft, which is new. We haven't gone over it yet. And 1 will be the parting line draft, just to show the contrast. Let's do parting line draft first. Make sure the manual is selected. Parting line, apply 5 degrees. Direction of pull, just be the top of the part. Parting lines, let's just do these 3 lines on this face and 1 line on that face. We've done curved lines before on a single face, but we haven't done multiple lines at different angles on a single face. So let's see what this does. Drafting from multiple split lines on a single face actually causes the face to split up, because the draft from this line has to travel farther, and it's the same angle as the draft on the other faces. It means that it cuts deeper into the part. And so you can see that this edge is set back further from the original edge than the others. Also, since this edge is creating draft from further down here, notice that this point is pushed back further and then it comes out closer to the edge of the model at the other end. This is not always the most desirable type of draft to create, as you might expect. If you're creating a part where aesthetics is any sort of concern, splitting up the face into facets like this is not a good idea. So let's take a look at the step draft. Step draft is often referred to as pivot draft. Let's start up the draft command again. Change this to step draft. We'll look at what perpendicular steps means a little later on. Leave the draft angle at 5. Direction of pull, again, is at the top, going straight up. Parting lines, let's select these 3 lines. Now, the direction of pull turns out to be very important here. Let's just start out with the current selection to see what happens. If we pivot the model around somewhat, you see that SOLIDWORKS has actually pushed the material out. So this is a combination between neutral plane, because SOLIDWORKS is actually using the top face as a neutral plane, and parting line draft, because you have to go around and select the parting lines. So in order to prevent this step at the parting line, or this mismatch, we would have to create a plane that is right here. So let's do that. Let's roll back the model and create a new plane. We'll look at planes in more detail in a later lesson within this chapter, but I'm going to select the top face and then select this point. So make sure that the first reference is parallel and the second reference is coincident. Okay, now with that plane selected, or the plane created, let's roll back draft 2 and edit the feature. In this case, let's get rid of the top face. Let's delete and expand the flyout feature manager. Select plane 1 for the direction of pull. Now, because a plane really doesn't have any direction, you need to make sure that the arrow is pointing up rather than pointing down. When you click the green check on this, you notice that there is no mismatch in the draft on the top line because the plane was right there. So let's take this a step further because you can see that the mismatch gets quite large down here. If we were to put this plane somewhere in the middle, maybe the draft would be mismatched on both ends, but it would minimize the mismatch. Another thing you want to notice here is that the face is completely smooth. It's not broken up like this. Geometrically, if you have to add draft from an angled line, these are the only two ways to do it. And it might be that breaking up a surface like this is not acceptable, and this mismatch at the parting line may also not be acceptable. But geometrically, those are your two options, and you'll have to figure out between them which is the least objectionable. Okay, so what we're going to do now is move this plane and see how that affects the draft, in particular the mismatch. For the second reference, just right-click and delete. And then for the first reference, click the toggle at offset distance and make sure the plane is going down into the material, and push the plane so it's halfway in between the ends of this angled line. And now let's take another look at the draft. On the top, the mismatch is on the top, and on the bottom, the mismatch is on the bottom. So what this is doing is it's minimizing the mismatch by dividing it in two in opposite directions. Notice that in the middle of this angled line, it actually switches directions. And there's another thing to look at here. This face is rather angled. And if we look at the matching face on the bottom, this is kind of undercut in a way that might make you somewhat uncomfortable, because this creates a bit of a sharp edge along this area. So we'll go back to the draft feature, edit it again, and use this perpendicular steps option so that all of these steps are now perpendicular to the model rather than being somewhat undercut or somewhat overcut. Again, this is not the type of draft that you will use all of the time, but just remember, when you have a stepped parting line and you need aesthetically to keep a face from being broken up, this is the kind of thing that you may have to consider. In particular, this type of draft is frequently used in rotomolding and possibly in blow molding.